Good afternoon, everybody. I think I've worked out my sound issue. Apparently I had a sound issue on the previous videos. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be going over section 1.1 of our homework. We kind of went long in class today because we had a lot to talk about. So I want to take a moment right now and make sure that we're all set and you guys have a good model to work from when you guys get home and start working on this thing. So I'm going to start with the first building block that we see, and that's going to be working with equations. And what we're going to look at here is I'm going to look at this first section here. It says that identify which of the three possible numbers is the solution to the equation. And to be able to figure out whether or not one of these is a solution to this equation, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take the number that is given to us and we colloquially say plug it in to the equation. What we're actually doing is we're substituting. That's the fancy math word, substitution. So when I see 3x plus 7 equals 13, instead of writing x, I'm going to write what x equals. And in this case, it's negative 2. So I'm going to say 3 times negative 2 plus 7 equals 13. I'm then going to evaluate the left side of that equation. 3 times negative 2 becomes negative 6 plus 7 equals 13. And negative 6 plus 7 is negative 1, which, does that equal 13? No. So I know that this is not one of the answers. And so what we're going to do is we're going to, excuse me, we're going to repeat this process with 2 and then 5. So I have 3 times 2 plus 7 equals 13, which is 6 plus 7, which is 13. And sure enough, 13 equals 13. So I know that the answer is 2. And so that's what I'm expecting you to do for these first 4 problems here. When we go down the page a little bit, we see something slightly different. It says, determine the y value of each ordered pair based on the given x value. And you see here we have this weird parentheses that's open, and you might be wondering what's going on there. Well, the way that a value is written as a point is x comma y. So 8 is our x, and we're wondering what our y is. So to find our y, we just plug 8 in for our x. So for this example, I'd say y equals 6 times 8 minus 15. And then do 6 times 8, which is 48, minus 15. And then 48 minus 15 is going to be 33. So I know that my y value when 8 is x is going to be 33. I then repeat the process with negative 1. So I'll have y equals 6x, but x is negative 1. So 6 times negative 1 minus 15. That becomes negative 6 minus 15. Y equals negative 6 minus 15 becomes a negative 21. And so negative 21 is my answer there. And I'm sure you can guess I'm going to do the same thing this time, except with 5. So I'm going to write y equals 6x, but instead of x, I'm going to write 5. So times 5 minus 15. Oops. 6 times 5 is 30 minus 15. 30 minus 15 is 15. And so we'll write 15 in there for where the y value is supposed to be. All right. So that's that first page. Let's go ahead and turn to the second page of the homework. Now when we're looking here, it's asking us to fill in the table. And so what we're going to do is we're going to write a sentence explaining how we figured out the value after that. So let's look at number 9. Number 9 says, you run a business making birdhouses. This is a very exciting business. You spend $600 to start your business, and it costs you $5 to make each birdhouse. All right? So if I've already spent $600 and I've built one birdhouse, well, I've spent the $600 and I've spent $5, so I know I spent $605. If I make another birdhouse, well, that'll be another $5. So that's going to be $610. If I make another birdhouse, that's going to be $615. And if I make another, $620, etc., etc. So you can see each time I'm adding 5, right? Because each additional birdhouse is going to cost me $5. So when I think about how I'm going to explain this, I think about it like this. I already spent $600 and add 5 for each birdhouse I make. Okay. And forgive my sloppy handwriting here. But that's how we're going to do it. Each time we're going to add 5. That's going to be our birdhouse. Or for each birdhouse, we add $5. And that's how we get this pattern. We add 5, we add 5, we add 5, we add 5. Finally, the last page of this homework, it's asking you to graph the ordered pairs from the tables. So when I look at this and I see 0 in my x column and 3 in my y column, what I'm thinking of is I'm thinking of the point 0, 3. And when I look at my graph, this is my x-axis, it goes left to right, and this is my y-axis, it goes up and down. So to be able to graph this, I have to graph my x and my y at the same time. So I see that my x is 0. So this is where it's 0, and my y is 3. So I count up on my y, 1, 2, 3. That's 3 right there. So there's my first point. I then go to my next one, 2, 7. 1, 2, then up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2, 7 is the second point. And then 3, 9, so this is 3. If that's 7, this must be 8, this must be 9. Okay, so, and then finally 5, 13. So this is 5, and then I go, this is 9, this must be 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so this is 5, 13, this is 3, 9, this is 2, 7, and this is 0, 3. Okay, and those are the points that I graphed. So I look at my x goes here, and I look at my y, and my y's go up and down. And so by doing that, we can plot these different points. Alrighty, that's everything for today. Good luck on your homework, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.